So far we have discussed how we will be plotting the data of direct proportion on a graph. One main thing to note down is the graph that is made by the data of direct proportion is known as the linear graph, because whenever we draw a graph that is made up of direct proportion values, we get a straight line. कोई भी ग्राफ जो बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट लाइन ग्राफ होती है, either the graph that goes up straight or comes down straight, such kind of graphs are known as a linear graph. So we'll be doing a graph over here as well. Before we move on to the graph, we'll be doing some calculations. Just keep in mind that any graph that just goes straight up or comes straight down is known as a linear graph. So whenever we'll be plotting or whenever we're making a data out of direct proportion, and then when we're doing the graph, we'll be getting a straight line graph. So such kind of graphs are known as the linear graph. Okay? But if you see a graph which is having curves, such graphs are known as quadratic graph. So just be very clear with the graph names so that you know which graphs are known as what. This will help you out in the further chapters. Any curved graph is known as a quadratic graph. We'll look at what a quadratic graph later in the next coming chapters. But any graph which go straight up or come straight down are known as the linear graphs. Alright? So you have to be very clear about this concept. So far let's recall what we have done. I have taught you guys how to make a relation. Then we learned how to change that relation into an equation. Then I taught you guys how to actually use that equation to calculate different values. Then in the previous video we discussed how we can plot the data on the graph. So we just looked at the example of a library and the books we are going to submit, how late we are submitting. The more late we submit, the more fine we have to pay. So this correction or this relation is known as the direct proportion relation. We know that direct proportion is that when one thing increases, the other thing also increases. If you look at this graph, what does the graph tell you? This is my x-axis and this is the y-axis. As the x-axis is increasing, so the y-axis is also increasing. So that's why we're getting a straight line. The straight line tells us the relationship, that is a direct proportion relationship, because in direct proportion, when one thing increases, the other thing also increases. When one thing decreases, the other thing also decreases. If you see over here, when x-axis increase, the y-axis is also increasing. So this just shows us, this proves us the direct proportion over here. So keep in mind that data which we get after doing direct proportion calculation, when we use the data to plot the graph, we get a graph that is a linear graph, because in linear graphs we deal with graphs which are straight line graphs. Either they go straight up or they come straight down. So let's start with the question over here. Let's look at how to solve the question down. So the question is, the expenses $E of a tea party are directly proportional to the number of guests. So the first statement over here is actually telling us the relation. Expenses of a tea party, how much we are spending on a tea party, is directly proportional to the number of guests. कह रहे कि जितने भी हम expenses spend कर रहे हैं, the money we are spending on the tea party, directly connected है किस चीज़ से? The number of guests. And that's very obvious. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose we have a child known as Ahmed or John. Okay? So what will happen is that specific child has invited some of his friends to his home. Let's suppose he have invited only 5 of his friends on a tea party. So what he will be doing is, he is going to arrange some accessories, for some confectionaries for them. Like he will be arranging cake, he will be arranging some chocolates, biscuits for only 5 of his guests. Let's suppose when those 5 guests arrive, they brought some other people along with them. So now that child is worried because was the boy John only arranged confectionaries or tea party for only 5 of his guests. But when those guests came to his house, they brought their brother or the sister along with them. So now he is worried because he has only arranged limited amount or limited things. So now what he will do is he will rush out of the house to the supermarket and he will buy more things so that he can have a good tea party, so that he is not disappointed. So you can see here, more the guests coming to your house, the more you have to spend, and so the more you have to arrange. The less number of guests coming to your house, the less you have to spend, and so the less you have to arrange. So you can see that the expenses of a tea party is directly proportional to the number of guests. जितने ज़्यादा आपके गेस्ट होंगे उतना ज़्यादा आपका खर्चा होगा, जितने कम आपके मेहमान होंगे उतना कम आपका खर्चा होगा. So if you see over here, they're giving us a scenario here. When there are 30 guests present at the tea party, the expenses incurred are $210. The question is telling us that when there were 30 guests in a tea party, जब एक टी पार्टी में 30 मेहमान थे, तो उस ऑनर को या उस टी पार्टी अरेंज करने वाले को कितनी कॉस्ट पड़ी? It costed him $210. So the question is, we need to write an equation connecting E and N. E is for the expenses and N is for the number of guests coming in the tea party. So we have already done this early, that whenever we need to write an equation, we first need to write a relation. जब भी हमें equation बनाकर लिखने के लिए कहेंगे, we have to first write a relation. We know that E is actually the expenses and N is actually the number of guests. What relation do these two things have? We know that when expenses increase, the number of guests increase. When the number of guests increase, the expenses increase. These two things have a direct proportion between themselves. It is told to us in the question, so we'll be putting a direct proportional sign in between. So my first step is I have changed, or I have written my answer as a relation. My second step is I'm going to change this relation into an equation. So my E will stay here the same. In place of writing the proportionality sign, what I will be putting is in equal to sign and a new term, that is a K. That is the constant. Constant is a value which will stay the same forever and will never change. And then we will have N coming down here as it is. Now, so is this our equation? Is that our answer? You must know that हमारी equation में ये बहुत बड़ी, it's a very obvious thing that in our equation एक number होता है and that number is the constant. If you remember, if you have ever seen this equation, that is 3x plus y. So basically y is a variable, x is also a variable, but this 3 is a constant, is a coefficient. So we need to have a number here that can make it look like an equation. So if you know that only one term can stay the same forever, that is the k. So can I find k here? To find k, we need to actually know E and N. अगर मुझे k को find करना है, I must know E and I must know N. So am I given the value of E and N? Do I know the expenses? Do I know the number of guests? Yes. If you see in the second line, we are told that if there are 30 guests, we have to pay $210. So what I will do is I will be writing $210 in place of E. So when I'm overwriting it, then I will put an equal to sign as it is. K will come down, and I know that I have to pay $210 when I have 30 guests at home. So 30 guests will come in place of N, right? Now I need to find K. For that purpose, I have to make K alone. So I have to take this multiply by 30 from this side of the equation to the other side of the equation. So 210 divided by 30 is equals to K zeros and zeros get